Hi and welcome back to my channel. This video will give you 6 tips on how to power up your morning rituals so that you stop waking up tired and set the right tone to win the rest of your day. If we haven't met yet, hi, I'm Jaime at Enlightened Spoon. On this channel, you'll get nutrition, fitness, and lifestyle tips just like today's, and other times you'll get yoga and meditation videos to help bring some calm into your busy life. All tools to help you stress less, yet accomplish more. So hit that like button and consider subscribing if you want more like this. If you feel like you need more motivation to keep you going, you might like this previous video on why, if you're relying on motivation alone, you are setting yourself up for failure. There are 2 other important factors you need to also take into consideration. Watch that video to find out what. Or you might also like this deeper dive into my 6 tips on how to create healthy habits and stick to them. Really getting into the systems and processes to have in place to keep you sticking to the new healthy habits you want to create. Now, are you constantly waking up tired and feel like unless you've got a jolt of coffee through you, your brain just doesn't seem to wake up? Maybe sometimes even that shot of espresso doesn't seem to clear that brain fog and you've got to double down on the coffee. That's probably not such a great idea first thing in the morning, and this previous video will explain why. Waking up tired with brain fog hanging over you the first few hours of your day doesn't have to be your daily normal. In fact, many people just assume that this is normal when it's actually not. How you get yourself out of bed in the morning can really help. And no, you don't need to be doing 1,000 things before 5 a.m. every day like most productivity gurus will tell you. Here are my 6 tips on the best morning rituals to get you going every morning so that you're not dragging your bum around like a zombie the first couple hours of the day. Number 1, get a good night's sleep. This seems obvious, but we can't really talk about waking up energized without talking about how you've been sleeping. There's so much to get into this juicy topic. And since this is a video on morning rituals, not sleep, I'll have a series on sleep coming up soon, so we'll dive deeper then. Be sure to hit that subscribe button to follow my channel if you need those tips on sleep. In the meantime, you can watch this previous video on my 5 best sleeping tips and this previous video for my bedtime yoga to get a better night's sleep. But basically, to wake up not tired, you need good quality and quantity of sleep, which leads to point number 2, wake up at the end of a sleep cycle. Beyond the quality and quantity of sleep you're getting, when in your sleep cycle you're waking up is just as important. We typically cycle through 5 stages of sleep a few times a night, roughly 1.5 hours at each cycle. Waking up at the end of a cycle, when sleep is lightest, may be best to help you wake feeling more rested and ready to start your day. If you're waking up in the middle of a cycle, that usually tends to be when you're feeling really heavy, groggy, and out of it. But how do you actually wake up at the end of a sleep cycle? One of the best ways is to use something like the Philips Wake Up Light Alarm. I'll put a link in the description below to it. How it works is you set the latest time you definitely need to wake up by, but 20 minutes before that time, this clever alarm, which is also a bedside lamp, starts to simulate the sunrise, glowing slowly like a red ball, then increasing in light intensity to its brightest setting, and finally, at the latest time that you've got to wake up by, the alarm of birds chirping or jungle sounds come on. It's a nifty little gadget and I love it, especially in the winters when it's dark till at least 9 a.m. It's a gradual process of waking up, and usually if you're in your lightest cycle of sleep, the increasing light and gentle sounds are enough to wake you up gently. Sometimes this might mean waking up about 15 minutes before the alarm actually sounds, and if this happens, this leads to my next point. Number 3, don't snooze. Whether or not you have a smart alarm like the Philips Wake Up Light, when your alarm goes off, don't go back to sleep and snooze. Since this means you'll start to fall into stages 1 or 2 of sleep again, and when the snooze alarm goes off again in 5 or 8 minutes, you'll be waking up in the middle of a sleep cycle causing that heavy, groggy tiredness. And rather than jumping out of bed immediately or reaching for your phone, you might want to take a couple of minutes to slowly stretch out, or as your mind starts getting active, perhaps taking a moment to pause and be. Collect your breath and become the observer of the unseen within you. Use that time to set an intention for the day, or maybe think of one thing that you're grateful for in your life. This simple act, ranging from a few seconds to not even a couple of minutes, already sets an intentional tone for the rest of your day. There's so much hype about morning routines and getting more and more done before you start your day that sometimes it's the smallest, simplest moments that can make such a difference. And if you're getting value out of what I'm sharing so far, I'd appreciate if you would hit that like button and consider subscribing for more videos like this in my morning ritual series. Okay, 3 tips down, 3 more to go. Are you ready? Let's continue. Number 4, hydration. When you've been sleeping, ideally somewhere between 6 to 8 hours at night, your body's gone without water for the entire time. And you would have still been losing water through the night, through your breath and skin. So you are going to wake up dehydrated. If your usual routine is to chug a coffee instead of water first thing in the morning, you are dehydrating yourself even more because coffee is a diuretic. It takes water away from your system. So the first thing to do when you get out of bed, maybe after you go to the bathroom, is to drink a huge glass of water. It's up to you if you want to have lemon or ginger in it, or if it's warm or cold or room temperature. According to Chinese medicine and Indian Ayurveda, warm water is less of a shock to the body than cold water. But as long as you're drinking a giant glass of water, I don't really care if it's warm, cold, or room temperature. I'd say at least a half liter or 500 mils or 17 ounces of water to rehydrate first thing in the morning, at least. And when I say giant, I mean giant. I drink out of a jar. The other good thing about drinking this much water first thing in the morning is it flushes through your digestive system, waking it up. And also moving things around, especially in the lower bowel area. For those of you who don't have a regular number 2, and I mean doing a number 2 in the bathroom at least 1 to 2 times a day, and if that's not happening for you, drinking a giant glass of water first thing in the morning is what you need to be doing to wake your bowels up and flush things out. Number 5, light exposure. Exposure to light basically resets your circadian rhythm, your natural sleep and wake cycles. Melatonin, the hormone that makes you sleepy, is only produced in the dark. So light exposure reduces melatonin production in the brain immediately, which helps to wake you up. This is why it's so difficult to get out of bed in the middle of winter when it's still dark outside. The darkness keeps melatonin high in the brain, keeping you in a sleepy state. To wake yourself up, open the curtains. If it's still dark outside, turn the lights on. This helps to shift the brain from a sleepy state to a wake-up state. That's also another reason why that Philips wake-up light is such a good idea, especially in the winter. It wakes you up with light. Number 6, gentle exercise. We could talk about the positive effects of morning exercise on building muscle faster, boosting your metabolism, helping you burn more calories for the rest of your day. And while that's all true, I'm not talking about starting your day with a mega high intensity workout, especially if that's not your jam. However, if you are waking up tired and sluggish, some gentle activity can help to wake up the brain and body, mobilizing your joints, activating your muscles, and raising your body temperature and heart rate. Some examples are a 10 to 20 minute walk. So if you've got a dog, you are already doing this when you're taking it out for its morning walk. Go you! You can also do some gentle stretches in bed or as you're getting out of bed as your way to very gently wake the body up. Stay tuned for my next video where I've got a wake up stretch yoga for you that you can do in bed as a way to get some gentle movement into your body to wake yourself up and get yourself out of bed. I'm also planning an easy morning yoga flow for once you're out of bed and ready for a little bit more breath and movement to really kickstart your day. So hit that like button and subscribe to this channel so you don't miss those videos. So to recap, the morning rituals to stop waking up tired. Number 1, get a good night's sleep. Number 2, wake up at the end of a sleep cycle. Number 3, don't snooze. Number 4, hydrate when you wake up. Number 5, light exposure. Number 6, gentle exercise. If you want to take this further with being more intentional about creating the mind, body, soul moments that can help bring more rest and calm into your busy day, I've got a 9-page workbook you can download, which will help you prioritize the things that energize you rather than the things that exhaust and drain you further. I'll take you through the practical steps of prioritizing what's important and how to schedule them to make it happen throughout your day, no matter how busy you get. It's the same steps I take all my wellness coaching clients through too. I'll put that link in the description below, so download it now and start putting the right systems in place to help you get your energy back. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and check out my Create Healthy Habits playlist, which will hopefully help you flow through your busy life with more grace, ease, and flow. And I'll see you in the next one.